Hello. Oh, Rowan, you just jumped in. Hi, hello.
Hi.
Just press the go live button. So, hi. Thank you if you're here. This was quite impromptu, even though Rowan knew about it for a while.
We just don't be announcing stuff. That's
We
all.
just don't be announcing stuff. I'll like share it in our book club. But it's April's been a month. I don't know about for you, but it's been a month.
It's been a month for me too. I haven't even started the book.
Oh, I haven't either, but I did get it in hard copy because I realized I wanted to take notes. Also, I just feel like sometimes with like these like fantasy books, it's easier to like flip and back and forth when you have a thing. So we're rereading the fifth season. Well, actually, I think Rowan's reading the fifth season. I have to start off this sprint by actually organizing myself because I feel like my life has like is in disarray, to say the least.
I think I'm actually going to be, so I'm doing a 24-hour readathon for those of you that don't know. I know Nikki knows. But I'm actually going to be starting with A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet because I'm like kind of almost done with it, but.
No, you're like over halfway done. So like you're like well enough there so that like you can continue it and finish it.
Currently reading 8 books, so I really would like to wrap some of those up. But hopefully I'll start. I want to at least start the 5th season today. So.
No, I've been like actually insanely overwhelmed with like my books because I keep starting new books.
Not finishing any of them.
Not finishing any of them. I like almost got it under control and I was down to like 3 books, and then I was like, let me start 4 this week.
Yes, perfect.
So yeah, I haven't started the 5th season. I did want to show off that I got finally a Kobo. I've switched.
I want one so bad.
It's really nice. I'm actually, you inspired me, but I picked up Heated Rivalry to read from the library. And I just started it, and I didn't realize like I haven't watched any of the show. I've obviously seen some of the and like some of those really steamy clips, but I haven't watched any of the shows. So I was surprised that when we start off, like Shane like really hates himself. Like they do not like I guess like it really is like a very internalized self-hatred. Well, not internalized, like internalized because we're reading his mind. Like I didn't expect that.
Yeah, the books go like way more into mental health, especially like the sequel to Heated Rivalry, the direct sequel to that one. Mm-hmm. And that's what like I appreciate about the books, because I feel like the show doesn't quite capture it. It's like more focused on their romance.
Yeah.
And feels a little bit more like a porno for like the first 4 episodes, but that's okay. You just stay with it.
Oh, like this first scene, I was like, when he's like saying how he hates himself, I was still like, oh my god, like you hate yourself. Like,
whoa. Yeah.
I was like, woo.
How do you like the Kobo versus like you had a Kindle before, right?
Yes, I've had a Kindle. So I feel like I actually really think I never had a Kindle Oasis, and I feel like the Kobo, I got the Libra Clara, and it's very ergonomic. I like how it reads. I know some people talk about like it's not like clear sometimes. I haven't had that experience. The color stuff I haven't really used that much, but I did read like a manga, and I just started reading this. But I like it. And like the thing is, it's like obviously like I'm a fan of Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. I did like cancel my KU just because I have like a really good library system, and I get now a lot of the KU books through the library. And so like plus I think I honestly got it because like I actually do like owning my ebooks, and I don't mind buying them. But unfortunately, like with the Kindle system, like you don't get to keep them or download them. And so I was able to download all my old Kindle books onto here. And so I've really enjoyed like feeling like this is actually like my e-library instead of like in the ether.
Yeah.
But overall, like I like it. The pen feature is really nice. And like I don't regret that. I was like in between of whether I wanted to return it or not, but mostly because I was like, oh my god, did I really need this? But I was like, this is my hobby.
Yeah. It's investment in your future.
I could do other things with my money, and I don't. Hi, Stacy from Michigan. Nice to see you. Let us know what you'll be doing or reading during these sprints. Um, if you missed it, Rowan is going to be reading alone on A Lonely Planet, and I'm going to be trying to catch up. Like, I might read later on. It's just like right now, I need to like focus. Like, I need to like actually get my shit together.
Yeah, you need to lock in.
I need to lock in because I feel like I've been like on a surgical-ish rotation this month, and I've been working weirder hours and really just all that sort of thing. But I realized I didn't introduce you
Oh,
on here, so we'll do that. This is Rowan Redfield, guys. She is the co-host of Not Your High School Book Club, and also a amazing author that has the author of The Universe Called The Reveries, and also she's dabbed into and locked in on this horror thing, and she's
yes.
holding hostage away from me a Riddick romance. But it does have a B romance. It's not technically a B romance. It is B adjacent romance in an alien planet horrormance for you guys to get in on. So they're all very good. I've read, I think, almost everything except I have to reread Air of Fates because I haven't, because it was so long between that and Vessel. Not, it wasn't that long, honestly, but like it was long for me, and I have a short-term memory.
Yeah.
For Vessel of Shadows, but now I'm like wondering when the book 3 in that series is coming out.
Because who knows? I keep avoiding it.
Ask you that because like I'm like honestly, I feel like such a shitty person, but I'm like I just prefer sometimes just like finish it when it's all done.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have a good memory.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that, and I feel that way like so deeply in my soul. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, I was gonna say I don't think book 3 is gonna be like coming out anytime soon. It'll probably be like late next year because it's like so massive, and I'm like still drafting it.
How big is it?
Well, currently it's like 75K, and I'm like not even halfway through. So
is this gonna become a quad? Quad?
Well, it's supposed to be a 4-book series, but I'm actually kind of debating on whether or not I want to wrap it up in a trilogy. We'll just see kind of how it goes.
Oh well.
Mostly because I hate reading war scenes.
Hive, and then I think your other book that's out is the Snowdeep Amulet.
Yes.
But there's other things cooking, like
About the Oculus. I'm hoping to release this fall.
And Project Death.
Project Death, yeah.
Is that the Oculus?
Which one? Project Death?
Is the Oculus and Project Death the same thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Project Death is my Necromancer book duology that I'm working on that's very Barbosa inspired, like the Caribbean.
when he's a skeleton?
Yeah. The main character turns into a skeleton under the moonlight.
Oh, well, at least he has a lot of bones to pick from.
Yeah, jumping bones, a whole new meaning.
All right, so if you've joined us, go ahead and tell us what you're working on. We're gonna start. I know that you like to do longer sprints, but for this first one, to like ease our way into it, let's do 25 minutes.
Sounds good.
Because I just need to like lock in, my dude.
Yeah.
Share. Let's put this onto the stage. Okay, and let's get this on the road. Woohoo! Start. Resume. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How did you do?
God, I had it. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, you're planning, right?
Um, sorry. I'm like, how did you do? Let's start there.
I read about 25-ish pages.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
pretty good.
Yeah, I made a brain dump and I like realized how bad things have been going because I have
Oh
like
no.
these puppy kindergarten classes and I just realized that like I might have to go. Oh, fuck, there was one today. I'm gonna have to email this lady and be like, "Can I get an extension until next week to use them all?"
Oh, for like Linda?
Yeah. Let me book this. I'm so sorry. This is
All
horrible.
good.
Book now. I'm gonna email, I'm gonna text her. Let me add this to my list. Text Chris. Okay. Anyways, well, I feel like I did pretty good. Like, honestly, I don't know how you do your brain dumps. And if you just hopping on, let us know how it went for you. But um, I like literally need to like not do anything and just stare at this paper for like 15 minutes straight. And like everything that I have been not thinking about, like just like comes back to me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have so much that I have to do. But I did do
Mm-hmm.
a list of things I want to consume this weekend, which like is not like food, even though like obviously I'm gonna consume food, but like um consume like media wise because I don't know if this I feel like it doesn't because like you were so good at like not using your social media for a month. Like you're just like built different. But like I always sometimes like think that the excuse of why I use the social media will be because I don't know what else I'm gonna do with my time. So like I made a list of things I wanted to get to this weekend. And
Yeah.
so for me it was I want to start the fifth season. I wanna watch Maul. I haven't seen it yet.
Hmm. Haven't
Have you
heard of
seen
it.
it? Maul? Like Darth Maul?
Oh.
The new
Oh, okay.
Disney show?
Yeah, no, I'm still like still trying to make my way through the Clone Wars TV show.
It's so good. You need to watch it. I know
No,
everyone says it, but it is so good. I
I'm
really do like
so
it.
bad. I'm only like 4 seasons in.
That's when it starts to get good. I remember when I watched it, like it was such a slog until you get to season 4, and that's when it turns into like this like more relevant. And also the
Yeah,
seasons get shorter and there's less filler.
yeah,
But yeah, no, you have to just like keep trying.
yeah. Oh no, I love it. I think my problem is I have so many shows that I'm in the middle of and I'm like trying to be better about like consistently watching a show all the way through. So like
Okay,
I
oh
just went
same.
back
I get it.
and started rewatching Handmaid's Tale, not from the very beginning, but from where like I left off because I didn't watch the last 2 seasons.
Oh,
So I'm
is
trying
it
to
because you
finish
want to
that.
watch the Testaments?
Yeah. And I also have well, it's on the bottom of my stack, so I'm not gonna pick it up. But I have the book, The Testaments, and I've read the Handmaid's Tale book, so I want to read the book too. I just got a long list of things.
Yeah, I get it. I'm the type of person when it comes to like consumption of media, like I need to have like it needs to be done in a binge or else I don't
Yep.
step back into it. By the way, I don't know if you saw the message I sent you, but like we literally have like matching small dogs.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you haven't met Maisie. So Maisie,
No,
is
I
it?
haven't. Let me go get
Yeah,
mine.
she's a terrier chihuahua. We just got her. We rescued her from this old gentleman. Yeah.
We
They're so similar. It's just Maisie
I
has a little
saw
bit of that
when
terrier.
I saw her, yeah, it's amazing little Tanner, but when I saw her on your lap and I could just see this part, I was like, that's my dog. How's my dog in your place of living?
I kidnapped her when you weren't looking.
I know, I was like, oh my gosh, she's more magic than I thought. Um, then
Yeah.
I wanted to watch the Noah Khan documentary that came out.
Mm-mm.
You know who Noah Khan is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, he came out with a documentary. I wanted to watch it. Like, that's like something I'd put on in the background while I'm cooking or something.
Hmm.
and start with. I've been reading that like I don't know if you've seen like the drama of like that lady Emma Grady. She's like
Mm-mm.
this, okay, so she's this like business CEO conglomerate that like she was very famous. She became very famous because she's like the investor for like Skims and Good American. So like she has like a big tie to the Kardashians, and she went very viral on the internet on interviews where she basically said that she was like a 3 hour mom, where like she
Mm.
dedicates like 3 hours to her kids, like, and that's like truly just like uninterrupted mom time. And also, I think she made some other controversial things about like people that work from like if you work from home, like you're stunting your own growth because like no one's
Mm.
seeing you. And like if you want to get ahead in your business, like you have to be working in person and getting FaceTime with people.
Weird.
But I was just like listening to it because like
Mhm.
I think like even like I think even if you don't like agree 100% with like the thing she's saying, like I once saw this like Ali Abdal interview that was like, if you just get like one nugget of wisdom that like changes your life from reading like these really successful people, then like that's good enough. And
Mhm.
like I think that people blew up at what she said out of proportion. I think like she's just like a woman that like her priority is her job.
Yeah.
So how old is your new pup?
She is 4 years old.
And it just like fell in your lap to get another dog. So you
Yeah,
have to
so
get
my therapist, this is my therapist's fault actually, because she started our session a couple weeks ago. She was like, "So how do you feel about Chihuahuas?" I was like, well, I like them. I grew up with a Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix,
Mhm.
and I adore her. She's like the best dog I've ever had. Um, and so I was like, "Yeah, I love Chihuahuas." And she was like, "Would you happen to be in the market for one?" And I was like, "Tell me more." And then like once I met this like elderly man, like he was just so sweet, and like his wife had passed, and like Maisie's really high energy. Well, I don't know. He says she's high energy, but she really just wants to snuggle all day.
Yeah, my dog's super high energy.
Yeah,
Like,
she's not. She gets
I
excited
recently
to get
started
home.
marathon training her.
Really?
Not like actually, but like we're going
Oh,
on runs now.
oh my gosh.
Because like she's so high energy and like right now she's chill, but like if you would see her, you'd think that I like abused her because she's like hanging. We have this like toy. It's like one of her favorite toys, but she's definitely like terrier mixed with something, and like she'll like was literally snuggling with this part because I won't like chase her around with it. But giving me puppy dog eyes. But yeah,
Yeah, Maisie's very like she gets excited when I get home, but she's just like a really big
is she getting
snuggler.
along with your bigger dogs?
Yeah. Well, she was. And then
No.
Nigel. Yeah. So unfortunately, the alpha of the house is Nigel, and he's like our. Well, he's been better behaved, but yeah, they actually
The
kind of got
problem
into it.
child.
Yeah, they kind of got into it last night, which
But,
shocked the shit out of him because
but
obviously she's like,
yeah, but like Chihuahuas are really like I've my dog has been in rooms with like Rottweilers, and like I don't obviously like for that, but that's like why I take her to puppy training,
yeah,
like so she can get used to other
yeah.
dogs because she doesn't love them.
Well,
Um,
Maisie is good with the dogs. It's Nigel who had an issue last night because Maisie was drinking
Nigel was
water, and Nigel decided that that was not okay, even though he's watched her drink water so many times. But he was like, absolutely fucking not.
did she correct him though?
Yeah, I mean, she did. She's actually really dramatic, which I was true about my last Chihuahua too. Like, even after Nigel was like out of the room, she's still like, like just scream like, ah! And I was like, you're literally fine. Like,
They're
like
so
he didn't even
dramatic.
bite you or anything. Like he just like got up and like pounced at you, which of course he's 75 pounds, so like that's probably terrifying to her. But like, I was like,
Yeah,
girl, you got away so fast. Like,
but was he like resource guarding the water?
yeah, I think so, which is weird. So I think we're gonna we weren't going to because we've had her for like a month now, and there haven't been any issues. Um, Mostly because she put them in place like they've never seen a small dog before, and I think they were trying to treat her like a cat, but she obviously like corrected them, like just by like you know. And Bojack immediately is like submits to her. He's like, you know what? I don't understand what's going on here, but you like to cuddle.
Also, is she the only like girl?
Is what? Yeah, she's the only girl too.
Yeah, girls.
So I think we're gonna submit Nigel to her.
What does that mean?
It's basically like, you know how like, well, do you know what submitting a dog is? Like, so animals in nature, when they like roll onto their backs and they show their belly, that's them like submitting to like the alpha. So right now Nigel is the unspoken alpha in our household, just because the other animals are like, it's not even fucking worth it. And Nigel is submitted to Steel. So basically what we do is we'll just have Nigel be on his belly and we'll just like hold her over him, and that's pretty much how we submit him.
Sounds
I don't
like
know if you get her junk in his face, but I don't know if she's gonna appreciate that.
me
I'm just gonna be like,
in my head, like Lion King, over like a dog.
And she's funny because when you hold her like that, like her claw, she's like, with her fucking claw. Like, girl.
She's not inspiring submission with that one.
No, but she's feisty, and I like that though. But she's so sweet. She's literally so sweet. Like
honestly, Chihuahuas, like after having a Chihuahua, I feel the same way about people that don't like Chihuahuas, that they say that they don't like cats. Like, I think something's wrong with you. Like, I think that's like a bad litmus test. Like, if you don't like,
it's a boundary thing. Like,
yes, that's what
yeah, I was like, that it's the same thing with cats, right? Like, because they're so small, you have to respect their boundaries. And if you constantly don't respect their boundaries, of course they're going to be aggressive because they're so small. You're so much bigger than them.
Yeah, I think like honestly, that's like my new litmus test. I'm like, you don't like a Chihuahua?
That means you're not going to respect my boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's anyone's boundaries. You think you can step on those who are bigger than them?
Literally.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I've been like trying to figure out, like, it's not going to be in this book, but eventually I have like, I don't know if this happens to you. Maybe it doesn't, because like I don't think you write like interconnected universe. Like, obviously it's interconnected universe, but it's not like single series, like single story interconnected universe sort of series.
Oh, like a series of standalones that are connected.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that's like my series like that right now is like that. And like there's this really bitchy character that you're gonna love. Like, I think you're gonna really like her. Because she has emotional damage.
Love that.
But and she's also a bitch.
Love. So basically Seraphine.
Yes, actually, she's very, very similar to Sarah.
She's like, trauma doesn't exist. Clearly traumatized.
Issues is like her big trauma point. But she, I want to give her like a small Chihuahua.
Yes.
But like it has to be an alien Chihuahua, or I just like do like a whole like rocket thing where I bring in a human dog, like an Earth dog.
What if it's like basically a Chihuahua, but with the eyes, they're like antenna, and they got big bug eyes? Because that's how I feel like Chihuahuas look like. Their eyeballs could
actually, that's good. I'm gonna call it like I'm gonna make the thing where like you take someone's name and mix it up, and it's gonna be named after you, Rowan.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, we can start the next one. Oh wait, I didn't. Yeah, no. I think we can start the next one. I'm gonna be working. It's gonna be a 45-minute sprint. And I think I'm gonna be doing a physics test, and after that, I can have some fun once I finish the physics test. So I don't know what I want to pick up. Maybe I just pick up the 5th season. I just didn't want to pick up like another book with all of the books I have.
Is there any book that you're like close to finishing? Maybe you could. Never mind.
They're all like, actually there was one that I think, no, they're all like 50%. Like it's like, or less. So it's not like, I'm not going to be able to choose. So it's fine. I'll just start this one. I know it's going to take me a while. Also, I don't know. You like the Vampire Diaries?
Yeah.
there's this Vampire Diaries readathon going on next month, and I'm joining it. I just like I've been
Ooh.
thinking of the books I want to do. I'll send you the link so you can see it. But I was like, ooh, this looks like so much fun. It like basically all the prompts are built up of plot points that happened in the first season, and I was like gonna rewatch the first season because it's like such a comfort show for me. But yeah, let's get into it. And we'll start this show again. And if you join us and you want to tell us how you guys are doing, then let us know. I can see some lurkers on here. So yeah.
All right. Hello. Oh, you're muted, I think.
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Did you get, what did you get to?
I think I read around 30 pages. It's less than last time because I was kind of putzing around. So.
It's okay. I like just finished my test because I went ahead first and set up the vacuum. Like I have one of those like self vacuumers.
Ooh,
I
nice.
set it upstairs to start vacuuming while we were downstairs because Glinda is a shudder. And I'm a shudder too. So I put it to work, and then I saw that she had a bunch of accidents in the carpet, so I had to clean up the accidents.
Oh, Glinda.
Yeah, so not the best, but I did. I got this has been so productive for me. We can continue if you're not busy.
Yeah, I'm good at this one. I'm doing all day today, so.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So, are you liking? What's the book that you're reading about?
So it's kind of about this multi-species crew who are on this type of ship that creates like wormholes, and they are tasked with traveling to the most inner core where there's like an active war going on with this like dangerous species to make a huge like wormhole going from the center to like the main like spaceport. It's pretty good. It's really like mostly character centered, very like about found family and like interspecies connectedness and lots of commentary on like racism and those sorts of things, but like in a species context.
Oh, like speciesism, but it's like a metaphor for the
For racism, yeah.
racism. Nice.
And culture, and yeah, there's like a lot of conversations because all the crew members are like of different species. So.
I saw this meme today of like Star Wars that was like the racist humanist, and it was like Count Dooku, and then I showed like all his friends, and then I showed the freedom fighter Padme Amidala, all her friends, and all her friends are human.
Yeah.
So super random, but like felt appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like now that I finished a lot of the things I wanted to. That like it was more just things that needed to get done.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I start it?
Do it.
Really in a sci-fi mood though. Like you've been reading a lot of sci-fi, right?
Yeah, I think it's because it's what I'm writing right now, so I'm like trying to get more like educated on the genre.
And how do you manage like writing? Because a lot of people say that they don't like. Obviously, like every writer says that it's important to read in your genre, but I know a lot of writers, including myself, that find it very difficult while I'm actually drafting to be reading in my genre. So how do you balance that?
Honestly,
It's not.
it's not an issue for me. Yeah. I feel like if anything, the reason why I really like reading in my genre while I'm drafting it is so that way like the language becomes like and the terminology becomes like second nature. Because like I feel like it's hard writing in like sci-fi, well a little bit less so in sci-fi because we use like a lot of the same like human technology, but like fantasy to like remember like you can't say the word picture. You have to say like your imagination or whatever. Like so I think like reading in the genre like helps it just become like more like second nature. I'm not saying like weird out of pocket shit.
Yeah, that's one of the things that like not to get into like too much of a craft discussion, but this is a special interest but like I think it's one of the things that has like turned me off from a lot of romantasy that's coming out recently. Because a lot of it, like you'll be reading and you'll be like, what the F? Like you can't talk to me like that. I think it'll affect my monetization. But still, like I was like, they'll be like talking in such like modern terminology that I'm like, this feels very like it feels very like I don't think there's anything wrong in your sci-fi fantasy to have modern terminology, but I do think it's a bit weird when
it's a lot.
when like they don't have running water.
Yeah.
And they're talking like, yeah, like you have to do this.
Drop the word diva. Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast recently, and I wonder if you agree with it. It was Sarah McLean and Jennifer Prokop on Fated Mates. Like I have a Patreon, so like I have their banter, and they were talking about like she said something that really got to me, and it's like anything that happens during the story, you have to be showing it to the reader. Do you agree or do you not agree, or do you like the feeling of like, oh, I've one upped you? I think where that really is the case is like if it's in the POV character's action. But like if you have a POV character that like, for example, I don't know if you've read Sarah J. Maas and like Throne of Glass series, but like something that like is a very big like I guess like convention, I guess that like Sarah J. Maas uses is that like the main character like Aelin will have been machinating things behind the scene, and then there's like a big reveal at the big battle that she's actually prepared for all of this, but we didn't actually see any of it, even though like we're technically in her head the entire time.
Yes. So, okay. So I have quite a few thoughts actually about this, because this was my one gripe with Red Rising, which is like my favorite series of all time.
Really?
Because Red Rising does that, but it commits an even deeper sin because it's in first person. Yeah. So I think there is a little bit more leeway when it is in third person, depending on if it's third person limited or omniscient. So I think if it's in first person, shit cannot be happening behind the scenes. Like the character is going to be thinking about it. Like that's just point blank, unless you have a super unreliable narrator and then there's some sort of like amnesia thing going on or dissociation or something like that. Third person limited, I feel very similar. You could get away with a little bit more, but you're still should be in like their thoughts. Omniscient is where I feel like you can kind of get away with it. Like if it's not really limited and like it's from like there's like an obvious narrator that's not the main character, I think you can get away with it a little bit more. But when it has something to do with like like a big reveal like Aelin, or like there's some stuff that Darrow did in Red Rising where it's like
we've been in your head this entire time and we're not for this.
Yeah, I'm like it's unbelievable to me that you would not have thought about it once in the time that the reader is spending time with you. If it's something like, I don't think everything needs to be shown, but it needs to be thought about.
I think especially if like you're in their head, it has to be.
Like, I agree. And I remember thinking that same thing about Aelin too. I was like, this should not be a plot twist for the reader. We're seeing your perspective.
And it feels like it's a thing she does because it happens in Crescent City too. And you're like, like this is annoying. This is so annoying.
Yeah, I'm like, it just makes it like takes you out of the book, I think. And maybe not for every reader, but for me it does.
I think, do you feel like your reading enjoyment of reading is better or worse or no change from since you've written more books and know more things?
That's a good question. I think my enjoyment of reading that is such a good question. I guess I really haven't thought about it too much because I've been writing forever. But I definitely think there's been like a shift since I've been like a more published author and writing in these like more adult genres. Like when I'm reading like Game of Thrones, right? I'm paying more attention to the prose than I would have otherwise, because I'm thinking about like, oh, like, you know, maybe this is something that like I could do more of in my book. And it's more from that versus like being critical of like plot holes or something like that. Like I feel very, maybe this is a hot take, but I don't really care about plot holes that much. It just happens. Like we're not perfect. No, not everything is explainable in real life, so why would it be in fiction?
No, I don't care about plot holes, but like I do pay attention to like inconsistencies.
Yeah, but I think it depends on the genre too, because sometimes inconsistencies can lead to plot twists, right?
Yeah, but I guess like you're true. I don't know. I think like I think for me, like ever since I started writing again and like as you said, like this more adult genre, not just like for fun, shits and giggles,
Yeah.
I feel like my enjoyment of reading plummeted because like I feel like I had to like learn so much about like the craft and like I
Mhm.
realized things like I think I've just became very critical and I think my what now that it's going up, I think I definitely recognize prose a lot better
Mhm.
and world building elements a lot
Yeah.
better. And I'll be like, oh, I'm reading something. I'll be like, oh yeah, like I want to incorporate more of this into what I
Mhm.
do,
Mhm.
which makes like the narratives feel more alive. But like my DNF like meter is like my trigger for DNFing is like within the first 10 pages if I'm not feeling something nowadays, which probably isn't
Yeah.
good. Like maybe like
No,
I have moments in my life where maybe it won't be this bad, but like right now that's where it is.
I think it depends too. I think my reading taste has changed as well because like payoff is a bigger deal for me. And I think that's why I read the genres that I do because I feel like there's more payoff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm more likely to be disappointed in a book.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, because I'm like, I think I see like a lot more of the failed opportunity than I did before I was a writer. So,
Like from like from like reading a concept and then like seeing how they went
yeah,
with.
yeah, because I feel like I used to like let go of expectations about books. Like I didn't really think about plot structure as much. So I was just like reading
Mhm.
books, right? And I was like, okay, it didn't matter if a book was similar to another book I had read. I was like, great, this is wonderful. I usually would love it just as much. So maybe, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think when I read books that are very similar, now my brain goes to like, oh, I hope they're going to do a twist on this. So then I'm thinking of all the really great, unique ways they could twist it and do something
And then they
like,
don't.
and then they don't. And I'm like, well, yeah, because they're following this specific story structure, which is funny because I feel that way about horror movies. And I've always felt that way about horror movies where I can like predict the ending almost always.
Yeah.
There's been like maybe a couple movies I did not predict the ending. And now I think fantasy books are getting that way for me, where I can like
But
see what we're going.
do you feel like that with all fantasy books or newer release fantasy books? Because I think for me, like where I have struggled again, like I feel like I keep bringing this up, but like the romantic genre, not only does the writing not match the genre, but like you can tell sometimes when you read these fantasy books that the author has no like foundation in the genre or doesn't
Mhm.
have very like a breadth of foundation of like reading maybe like the classics of the genre and understanding like fantasy conventions. I think for me that's like
Yeah.
something to notice. I don't
I think
know.
it's like they take like romance conventions and then they just like plop it in a fantasy world.
Mm.
Sometimes it feels like that. I don't read a lot of romantasy. I have to be honest, I don't. And I think that's probably why.
Mhm. So what are your favorite romance like I guess subplots in any fantasy books that you've read?
Good question. Obviously enemies to lovers. Duh. Duh. I've always been such a fan. I'm like, yes, too
No,
easy.
or enemies to lovers to enemies again?
Back to enemies. Yes, even better. Even
Or
better.
or friends to lovers to enemies?
Friends to lovers
To mortal enemies
to maybe we're
and
siblings.
each other. Oh no! Wait, are you into like the incest trope?
I'm not like I wouldn't say like I seek it out because I'm interested in it. I would say that I think it makes sense when it is in fantasy books because I'm like that was very like especially a medieval fantasy book that's like set in those times. I'm like
Or like, were you like
sense,
a
guys.
City of Bones? Like, oh my god, Jace, or like one of those people that used to read
Well, I
the.
was devastated because I read those as they came out. I was like, no fucking way. I was
No,
like,
I did too, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what do you
it
mean?
was so bad. No, but yeah. Has it been long enough where we could kind of talk about that openly, or is it still like spoilers?
I think there was a TV series and and a
Okay.
movie.
Well,
Like,
what was really messed up about this is like, of course, Jason Clary, right? But once Sebastian came onto the scene, I was like, I could get behind it.
So you were like Jason Clary, like, who cares?
Yeah.
Sebastian. And Jace.
Why can't she have two boyfriends and one of them's her brother? I don't know.
No, I've been reading like the next month. One of the books that I'm picking for the readathon is to finally finish Infernal Devices, because I never finished it because I knew, like, I don't know if it happens to you. What?
It's devastating. I'm
no, exactly. Like, I know it's like, I know it's going to be fucking devastating. I know who she ends up with, obviously, because Jace's last name. Like, I'm not a moron who she ends up with.
Okay. That's all I'll say about that.
No, wait, stop. No, she has to. Okay, spoilers for the Infernal Devices. She has to end up with Will. Like, in that's what makes sense, because he, like, Jace, look at my dog. She's playing by herself with the stick. Yeah. Well, anyways, I just know I'm gonna be sad. I know that Jem is gonna die. Like there's no ending that he doesn't. And so, like, honestly, I've been putting this off for 10 years. This feels like Throne of Glass, where I put it off for 10 years to finish.
I can't wait for you to finish it.
Well, like,
are you gonna keep going and read the other series?
Yeah. So the thing is, this like series start thing started like last year, where I was like, I'm gonna read the whole Mortal Instruments, like, Shadowhunters universe, right? And then I was like,
so many books.
Yeah, I know. And then the thing is, like, I read the first 3 of the Mortal Instruments, and, like, according to, like, the official, like, reading guide, you should read them, like, in publication order, which the next ones would be Infernal Devices. And then after that, then you go back to the Mortal Instruments, and then you read the last 3 books in that series, and then you go to, like, the other spinoffs. But I was like, no, I have them, and, like, they're waiting for me. But I know, like, the last book of all the series is coming out soon.
True.
So supposedly, you know, it's so, she must make so much money from those Shadowhunter books that she will probably write another one.
I'm here for it, to be honest.
No, I'm here. Like, I think, like, it's like, honestly, it's like, have you ever read the Cressley Cole series, like Immortals After Dark?
Mm-mm. Should I? What is it?
They're on KU, but let me tell you, that was what got me into paranormal romance when I was younger. And most of the authors that you read, like all these Sarah J. Maas, Sarah McLean, all these people, like, any romance author that, like, is worth her weight in gold has read these books. They are so steamy. You have to read them. Like, you have to read them. Like, I can't believe you haven't read them, Rowan.
I haven't even heard of them. That's crazy.
What? Cressley Cole's Immortals After Dark series?
I don't think so. Let me look it up. Maybe I'll recognize
the first one. I have the first one here.
Immortals After Dark.
Where are you? Oh, this is the first one. And these are, wait, okay. I have 2 book series that you should read. They might be dated for their time, but this is the first book. I got, like, I really like the trade paperback original, like, illustrated version of this. This is A Hunger Like No Other, but technically there's, like, a 0.5 book that you can read before this, but this is, like, technically the first book in the series. And okay, I'm gonna read to the back. Okay. After a mythic warrior who will stop at nothing to possess her, after enduring years of torture from the vampire horde, Lachlan McCree, leader of the Lakai clan, is enraged to find his predestined mate he has waited for millennia is a vampire, or partly one. This is Emmeline, a small, ethereal, half Valkyrie, half vampire who somehow begins to soothe the fury burning within him. A vampire captured by her wildest fantasy, sheltered, Emmeline Troy finally sets out to uncover the truth of her deceased parents until a powerful Lycae claims her as his mate and forces her back to his ancestral Scottish castle. There, her fear of the Lycae and their notorious dark desires as he begins a slow, wicked seduction to sate her own dark cravings, an all-consuming desire. Yet when an ancient evil from her past resurfaces, will their desire deepen into a love that can bring a proud warrior to his knees and turn a gentle beauty into the fighter she was born to be.
Ooh.
This
Okay.
one's super good, but this is like very much like you'll read this in one sitting. It is a very
Okay.
like digestible book. This
I
series,
have read that second one that you're about to hold
Dark
up. I
Fever.
have read that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I think this
So
book
good.
also it's like one of my comfort series, but like did you read the entire I haven't read like the spin-offs that she wrote with
I think I've only read the first one.
oh you haven't continued it? It
Mhm.
got really good. But like there's definitely some like dark shit that happens later on.
Good. I like that.
But
Have you
like
read Halfway to the Grave?
oh yeah, by Janine Frost. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
the thing is my mom used to have them like on like shelves, and
Yeah.
I had an insatiable curiosity
Obviously.
as a young lady, as a young child in my
Me
teens.
too.
I remember like reading do you know Nalani Singe?
Mm-hmm.
Her Archangel series, like I read that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was way too young to be reading that, but I was like,
That's another series I need to finish. I've only read the first one.
yeah, I only read the first one too. Oh my god, we should pick it for a book club.
We should.
Just an entire year.
An entire year.
We'll do that like once you can buy books again.
Yes.
Okay, but we should start our next one. We've been chatting for a while. We already passed the 20-minute mark.
Sounds
Sorry.
good.
Let me get back to where we're supposed to be. Stop and start. Let's do this.
Hello. I think you're
Hello. It's so good.
Is it?
like the prologue is fantastic.
I'm excited.
And prologues are hard to be fantastic, but
True.
the prologue, you're gonna like it. You're like I was reading it, I'm like, Ron's gonna like this one a lot, I think. And I know it's always funny because obviously it has the whole winner of Hugo Award in front. I'm like, go figure. A winner of an Hugo Award is a great book.
Yeah.
No, it's really good. I am definitely into it. I'm on page 28 so far, chapter 2. I'm riveted. Well, how was your reading so far?
It was good. I have less than 100 pages left now, so that's good.
Yeah, you read so much.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely think I'll be able to finish it today. I only have that much left, so.
Oh my god, you're on fire. This girl is on fire. But this will be, I think, my last sprint because I need to continue studying and I have to do some house stuff. So I'm not going to be present.
Okay, sounds good.
So thank you if you join us, and if you join us later on, then leave a comment and let us know. We're right now voting for our May book on our Fable channel, and I will have that link below in the description box. And if you would like to join us and also pick that book, then let us know. We've done 2 sci-fi books so far. Well, no, we did a classic, 2 sci-fi books, and now we're going back into fantasy for the month of May. So let us know what you want, and thank you again for joining us. So bye.